Hi everyone, it's Tarnished Treasures, and today I'm going to be making Margie's hot milk cake. It has a cinnamon, sugar, and butter topping, so it's like a coffee cake but with a denser texture. I have the oven preheated to 350. I have 1 cup of milk and 1 stick of butter in this pan. I'm going to get all of my other ingredients in the bowl before I start to bring this to a boil. I've got a 9x13 pan that is oiled and ready to go. This is 2 cups of sugar, and actually we don't use sugar, we use erythritol. So I'm doing 2 cups of erythritol, and it calls for a dash of salt. So whatever you think a dash of salt is, I'll just put a couple shakes in there. So I have just 2 cups of regular flour and then 2 eggs. The last 2 ingredients to go in the bowl right now are 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So they're in there, and I'm going to give that a stir lightly by hand. So I've enlisted my friend to help me give it a stir. That's been mixed together. It's going to be lumpy. You just mix it a little bit. And now I'm starting to bring the milk and the butter to a boil. And what I really love about this recipe is you don't have to put your butter out to soften in advance because you're sticking it in this hot milk. All right, we're boiling, so I'm going to turn the heat off and carefully... Hi, buddy. We'll use it. Pour it into my bowl. Just be careful because it's hot. That's why it's called hot milk cake. All right, we're going to lightly stir that out. The batter is lumpy, and then my friends are just dropping some little pieces of butter on top, and then we're going to sprinkle this and cover the whole thing with some more sugar and cinnamon, and I'll be using cinnamon and the erythritol.
Wash my hands.
I just used a spoon to put the erythritol sugar on, and now I've got my cinnamon shaker, and I'm just eyeballing this, and I know that I like cinnamon, so I'm going to put a decent amount on. Okay. I'm going to keep on going. We're all ready to go in 350 for 30 to 40 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. It cooked in the oven at 350 for 37 minutes. It smells amazing, so we're just going to let it cool now. So the little lady cannot resist and had to get herself a piece. So it's delicious, right?
Yeah. Delicious.
I cut the cake into quarters, and I'm going to freeze 2 of them. I've never frozen them before, so I'm hoping that, you know, once they get pulled out and defrosted, they'll still have a good texture. But if you're just craving something sweet, or if somebody stops by on the weekend, you could have something to pull out and you wouldn't have to go to the trouble of baking something. And then I'm just going to leave this out, and we'll snack on this throughout the next couple days. But it's an interesting texture. It's not like most cakes that you have. It's moist, but it's also pretty dense at the same time. And when the sugar cools down, it makes this really crispy crust on top. So I had this at a party, and it was on a dessert buffet. It was cut up into just little portions like this, and it was the first dessert to go because people would just walk by, pick one up, pop it in their mouth, and it was just delicious and different. I could see this being perfect if you were going to serve an afternoon tea to be one of the sweet treats to serve with it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video.